Welcome to the Good Morning from the Chicken Coop podcast with Kim Johnson, your creative strategist and master mindset coach. Filled with inspiration, distinctions, perspectives, and possibilities, we help you to cultivate a mindset that leads you to create the best version of yourself you could ever imagine. Join Kim every morning from one of her favorite happy places, her chicken coop, along with all her chickens.
Hey everybody, good morning from the chicken coop. Today we are going to talk about the slippery slope of letting things slide. Boy, I will say this is a subject that often comes up in my one-on-one coaching because people don't understand why they do it, so they ask. I know I need to do it, whatever that it is. I know I should be doing it, and I just don't do it. What's the reason I just don't do it? And, obviously, there can be many reasons why we don't do things, but a lot of it starts back with we've committed to something that we didn't really want to do in the beginning. Hence that whole, if you haven't listened to the one about lying to yourself, go back and listen to the one about lying to yourself because that is a very important piece of that puzzle. However, the slippery slope, when you do it once and you tell yourself you're going to let something go, you're not going to take care of something, and then you go to the next time, it's day after day after day after day. So if you don't work out on Monday, then it becomes, you didn't do it Tuesday. And then before you know, you're like, oh, I already missed 2 days this week. I might as well just wait and start over. Or I didn't have the salad to eat on Monday when I went out. I had a burger. So, Tuesday comes and you're like, okay, I'm going to do it now. And then you go somewhere and they don't have what you're looking for. And you're just like, okay, you know what? I'll just start it next week. I just got to let it go. And so we throw the baby out with the bathwater, so to speak. And I am a big proponent of my clients constantly thinking in terms of micro moments, meaning that every moment is a new moment to re-engage, start over, believe again that you can make a difference. We tend to think linear because we have been taught that way with the calendar. We tend to think, okay, it's another day. Tomorrow's a new day. We always say that. Tomorrow is a new day. Or, next week I'll start the whole thing over. But the problem with that is so much time passes. And the more time that passes, the more you give yourself that lead line to run out there and say, I can wait, the more you become entrenched in whatever you have created currently. So you have to put yourself on a very short leash. And you have to say, no, the next moment is a new moment to begin. So in other words, someone will say, if I get them on the phone early in the morning, often you'll hear things like, the day started off terrible and it's gone right downhill from there. And I say, what happened? And like, I got up and I got out of bed and I stepped in cat vomit. And I knew in that moment, here we go, this is going to be a great day, with the sarcasm bleeding out of the comments. That choice to not just make that an isolated incident causes more to go wrong because your emotions are now on that slippery slide and you're looking for what's wrong and you're attracting what's wrong. Where emotion goes, energy flows. Really hear me say that. Where emotion goes, energy flows. So if something goes wrong, you have to stop and say, okay, isolated incident. I'm going to get back to neutral. I'm going to get myself into a better state, and I'm not going to ride that slide all the way down to being like, this was the worst day ever. Because rarely do we have the worst days ever where every moment is crappy. We have crappy moments, but we don't have that slippery all the way down. Sure, I'm sure at some point in time that does seem to be the case, okay? But when we really break it down and we look at it, we can say, you know what? It really wasn't totally horrible. The day my father died, which you would think, as he was my best friend in the whole world, would have been absolutely the worst day of my life. But in that moment, while I was so incredibly sad, I was able to not go down that road because I was able to think, at least I'm here to take care of my mom. At least I'm there to help her. At least I have the wherewithal and the tools to be able to figure out how to lead through this pain. And that was a gift. And albeit it was it was such an incredibly sad day, and it was such an experience I can't even explain. There were moments of clarity, moments of love, moments of greatness. So I'm going to tell you, look for this and stop the slippery slide. Don't allow yourself to go so quickly down that you can't pull yourself back up, because the quicker you stop it, the quicker you reset yourself, the quicker you get back to it. So hopefully this was helpful to you today, and I will see you tomorrow.